Morning students. So today we will discuss the topic nested structure. So this topic covers under the course title Programming for Problem Solving. So nested structure, it is a structure which you define in another structure. So in prior topics you have understood the how to define the one structure or multiple structures and how you define declare the variables and how you index the members inside from the structures. So here the definition is about the nested structure in which the structure can contain other structures as members. Uh, this approach we term it as nested structures. So in two ways it can be approached. One type is about separate structure and another approach is embedded structure. So here in this slide we have shown these example related to separate structure, how you nest a structure. So first structure named first underscore structure underscore type. It has two member variables, integer underscore member, float underscore member. In the second structure, second underscore structure underscore type, it has a member variable double underscore member. And the next member in which you defined a another structure, the first structure. So how you define struct first underscore structure underscore type space any variable you can define it. Here we define it as struct underscore member. So this we understood how to declare as a separate structure and how we nest a structure in another structure. So accessing this member, here we are shown this example here. So the using the second structure, here we are given the name for second structure struct second underscore structure underscore type demo. Demo is the variable, new variable name for the second structure. Then we can access the demo dot double underscore member. You can assign the values, initialize the values. Likewise, the first structure members you want access from here, you can access demo dot structure underscore member dot integer underscore member. We can access. So dot is an operator. You must understand. It is used to access members of structures. So no parentheses are needed to force a special order of evaluation. So this expression is evaluated from left to right. So in principle, structures can be nested indefinitely. So you can go on define nested structures inside another structure, but that it is not a advisable approach because the programmer or team members may have too much will be confused with a lot of hierarchy indexing. So there must be some limit of up to some three nested structures. So the second approach is termed as embedded structure, in which the structure within another structure is embedded the definition itself. So here in the example is shown here, you can understand here. So the first structure salary, it has the name and department member, and inside the salary structure we define another structure. It has three members: dearness, house underscore rent, and city. And we also given a declaration variable, declare variable structure variable for that allowance. So how we'll access? We now you can understand the outer structure as the variable employee. So employee dot allowance dot dearness, employee dot allowance dot house underscore rent, employee dot allowance dot city. You can access these members and you can initialize and further utilize for further operations. So understanding these two approaches for next structure, now we can understand for a scenario. For example, in figure 1, there is an requirement to calculate the dimensions of this room. So length and width. So length is measured as feet and inches, and width also measured in feet and inches. How you handle using nested structure? So second picture shows the memory representation here. So length variable you can define the uh, to the common. For example, length and width is a distance. Also, you can commonly define a distance structure. It has feet and inches. Then you can utilize for the distance in other structures. You can see the example program. So here example program is shown here for that requirement using nested structure. So first structure we define a distance structure. It has feet and inches variable. Feet as integer and inches as float. And the next structure room it has an we have nested another the first structure distance. So with for length and width. So further in the programming you can see using C syntax you can define these structures and you can define the as we defined in the as a nested structure you can define it. Then further we can define the variable for the second structure room. So dining, and then we also declared two variables L and W for calculations. And after initializing the members, all the length and width members, we can convert the uh, inches into length. And so conversion we did, then we also printed the values accordingly. So the understanding here is for this scenario we applied the nested structure, and using the single variable room dining we applied this nested structure approach. And accessing these members also we understood dining dot length dot feet you'll access, and the dot operator it is twice to access the structured members. Okay, so for that this requirement we understood how it is represented, how the coding is done for nested structure. So coming to the other identity, like we say this as other names like named structures. So named structures is the first structure what you define. We say it's a named structure. Here the structure shown it as person structure. So this we say named structure, and we also nested in the all that structure like struct person description we nested. So the other names we need to understand. This is an example program to showcase the nested structure. Okay, and also the examples is shown here how we need to initialize the structured members for this scenario. So further, you also understood how to what is the concept of array of structures. So through this, you see the previous declaration here we declared the all that structure as struct of 53 copies. So 53 we can indicate student of 1, student of 2, student of 3 index. So here in this line 24 on 25th line we have indexed student of 1. For first student we have initialized some values. So you must understand how to initialize an array of structures in next structure. So coming to the focus on software engineering. So what the concept lies here is it is possible for a structured variable to be a member of another structured variable. Yes, what is the real scenario applied here? Sometimes it is helpful to nested structure inside other structures. For example, consider this scenario for in a software engineering perspective. So structure cost it has wholesale retail members. So structure item further, how you approach like you have the an item, you have the part number description, but pricing it has two variants like wholesale or retail. So in kind of this scenario, you apply the nested structure. So you nest the cost structure in the item structure. So then you define it cost pricing. So the pricing here may vary. The pricing dot wholesale or pricing dot retail. So this kind of approach you must understand from the software engineering perspective. So how will access? So these two members wholesale and retail we understood, and we once you define structure variable as struct item with, okay, then you say the widget dot pricing dot wholesale and widget dot pricing dot retail. Then you initialize. So nested structure we also have referential self-referential structures. So what happens if a structure contains an instance of its own type? For example, if you see here it says struct regression, and itself it is referencing struct regression self another variable, it is referencing itself. Is it possible? So if you compile this definition, you will obviously get an error message from the compiler. The error shown here, stuck program error line number 4. Here you can see field self member as incompatible type. So what is understanding here? So the compiler is telling you that self member has been declared before its data type. It's in the sense like the compiler could not calculate the memory uh, data type. It could not calculate the size of the memory. So that is the error thrown here. So for this approach, we want to utilize the pointer references. So here is the example shown here. So also the self-referential approach to solve it. We say it is a pointer to structure within the same structure. So where it is applied? So in this type, the structure has pointer to itself. Pointer stores the address of the structure of same depth type. So the compiler knew the size of the structure. So it's mostly applied in the dynamic memory allocation and creating linked list. So here, suppose that you don't I want to dynamically handle the numbers 5, 8, and 3 continuous numbers, and you allocate dynamically whenever the number is required. Number is coming in from the input user as input from the user. So that time you use the self-referencing structures. So here it has example shown here, stuck node. Node has one member data and it self-references the another structure, a new structure. So you create a new structure from the self-referencing structure. So this self-referencing structure is you will understand further better in the upcoming topics when you discuss understand the pointers, and the professor will discuss on the pointers and structures. So the points to remember here, uh, to summary. So to print the structure variable, you have to use the dot operator. Second, to print the C nested structure variable, we have to use two dot operators such as structure variable dot, nested structure variable dot, structure member, the nested structures members. And printing the structure pointer variable, we have to use an arrow pointer. So when you handle the self-referencing structure, you obviously use the arrow operator instead of the dot operator. As example shown here. And to print the nested structure variable using pointers, we have to use a combination of arrow operator and dot operator. This also you will understand in the further topics in the pointers and structures. So in that time use structure variable this arrow operator and nested structure variable dot the structure member variables. So this is task you want to do once you understood these topics. So here the two structures is shown here. One structure is the student, the outer structure, and inside uh, another structure is nested here, a date of birth. So from this definition, please students understand and write a C program to demonstrate for nested structure and how to declare the structure and how to initialize this nested structure and how to uh, manipulate on these structured members. Thank you, students.